Hello everyone, I'm Farah Fatima. For this presentation, I selected a recent Reuters article about the Change Healthcare cyber attack, which later affected an estimated 190 million people. I choose this article because it clearly connects to the main themes from Model 2, especially IT governance, cybersecurity, complex privacy, and the border business consequences of weak control environment. My main argument today is that this event should not be viewed only as a technical hack, it should also be understood as a governance and managerial failure because the damage extended beyond data exposure and disrupted essential healthcare operations across the United States. Article at the glance. At the high level, the Recruiter's article explains the United Health confirmed a massive breach as a technology unit changed healthcare and described the event as one of the most significant healthcare cyber includes in the US history. This article fits the assignment very well because it is recently highly relevant and tied directly to the issue we studied in Model 2. It shows the interaction of privacy, cybersecurity, operational risk, and complications obligation. The article what the article reports. The article reports that the bridge export highly sensitive information, including members' identifiers, social security member diagnosis, and treatment data, and billing related information. Recruiters also noticed that the attack was linked to the Black Cat War group, and the consequences were not limited to a stolen data. Healthcare providers across the country experienced major claims processing and payment disruptions, which affected day-to-day operations and in many cases patient care. This point is especially important from a business perspective. When cybersecurity controls fail, the organization does not only face a privacy independent incident, it also loses revenue, interrupt core services, damage partner relations, and undermine confidence in the entire system. In other words, cyber risk quickly become enterprise risk. Applying Model 2 concept, the article can be analyzed through several Model 2 concepts. First, from an IT governance perspective, the case raises questions about risk ownership, executive accountability, vendor oversight, and business continuity planning. Second, from a data governance perspective, it shows why organization must know what sensitive data they hold, where that data moves, and how quickly they can assess the impact of an incident. Third, the case connects strongly to compliance because healthcare organizations must follow breach notification and documentation required under HIPAA and related guidance. Finally, the event highlights the importance of privacy and layered cybersecurity controls. Strong governance does not prevent every attack, but it improves preparedness, response speed, and accountability. That is the clear theoretical link between the article and Model 2. Recommendations for leadership. For leadership, the lesson from this case is that cybersecurity must be treated as a strategic business issue rather than only a technical responsibility. Management should place cyber risk and critical third-party dependence on the enterprise risk register and review them at the highest level. Organization also needs better visibility into sensitive data flows so that impact assessment. Uh, mm, Another recommendation is to rehearse outage response, breach response, and communication playbook. Before a crisis occurs, in addition, leadership should strengthen layered controls such as access management, monitoring, response planning, and recovering capability. Most importantly, communication with regulators provides an affected individual should be early, clear, and well documented. These are managerial actions, no, not only IT tasks. In conclusion, the article shows why modern healthcare cyber security must be governance as a business-wide responsibility. The Change Healthcare Bridge demonstrates that pressure, operational disruptions, financial loss, and reputational damage. At the same time, it also shows that strong data governance and clear incident response processes are essential for reliance. My final takeaway is that organizations create better outcomes when they connect governance, security, privacy, and compliance instead of treating them as a separate issue. Thank you for listening. The Requiter's article listed on the slide in the main source of the presentation, and it can be included in APA format in the final submission. The difference used in the PowerPoint is Recruiter's Health Unit Health says Impactech unit impacted 190 million people. Recruiters. Thank you.